Toby Keith, the country music outlaw, turned the stage into a storytelling arena, his baritone echoing across generations. Anne Heche, a fearless actress who navigated Hollywood's highs and lows, left a trail of bold, unforgettable performances. Raquel Welch, the iconic bombshell of the 70s, turned cinema into a showcase of power and poise. Gene Hackman, a master of nuance, built a career on relentless preparation and a quiet, unyielding intensity. David Crosby, the folk rock visionary, kept his guitar tuned to the same restless chord that powered his decades-long quest for artistic truth. Tina Turner, the queen of rock and roll, turned every stage into a crucible of raw energy and relentless perseverance. Barbara Walters, the pioneering journalist, proved that rigorous interviewing is a craft, shaping the public's view of power with every question. Norm Macdonald, the deadpan comedian, honed his timing to a razor's edge, turning simple jokes into subtle, unforgettable commentary. Richard Lewis, the neurotic comic, used relentless self-analysis as his rehearsal, turning anxiety into a precise, resonant performance. Shannon Doherty, the 90s teen icon, navigated fame with a gritty determination that kept her on screen long after the era's trends faded. Elvis Presley, the king of rock, turned every microphone into a conduit for cultural revolution. His presence still reverberates today. The camera steadies on a low-angle shot of a dimly lit diner in 1994 Los Angeles. A lone figure leans against the counter, his eyes sharp, his voice a measured growl. Samuel L. Jackson, as Jules Winfield, begins the now legendary Ezekiel 25:17 monologue, each syllable landing with the precision of a rehearsed percussion. The tension in the room spikes, not because the script demands it, but because Jackson's delivery transforms a line of dialogue into a ritual of power. In that moment, the audience senses a craftsman at work, a performer who has turned preparation into performance, repetition into rhythm, and a single scene into a cultural touchstone. Jackson's mastery did not emerge from a single breakthrough. It was forged in years of disciplined rehearsal and relentless curiosity. Born in Washington, D.C. in 1948 and raised in the musical town of Chattanooga, Tennessee, he discovered theater at Morehouse College, where he earned a B.A. in drama in 1972. Morehouse's emphasis on classical training taught him the fundamentals of voice, movement, and text analysis, tools he would later wield on every set. After college, he honed his technique at the American Conservatory Theater in San Francisco, a crucible where actors learned to dissect the script beat by beat, to understand the subtext behind each line. Back on the East Coast, Jackson immersed himself in the vibrant New York theater scene. He performed with the Negro Ensemble Company, where the discipline of nightly rehearsals sharpened his timing and his ability to listen. He learned that an actor's greatest asset is not the flash of a solo moment, but the steadiness of an ensemble, a lesson that would later define his collaborations with directors like Spike Lee and Quentin Tarantino. In those early years, he also took on small television roles, appearing in shows such as Good Times and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Each part, however brief, was an exercise in professionalism. He arrived early, learned his lines inside out, and treated every set as a classroom. When Spike Lee cast him as the radio host in Do the Right Thing, 1989, Jackson arrived with a notebook of character notes. He asked Lee about the rhythm of the neighborhood, the cadence of the street's conversations, and how his character's voice should cut through the heat of a Brooklyn summer. The result was a performance that felt as natural as a live broadcast, a testament to Jackson's habit of grounding even the wildest characters in lived reality. The partnership with Lee deepened in Jungle Fever, 1991, and Mo Better Blues, 1990. In each film, Jackson approached the role as a craftsperson would a new instrument, testing its range with multiple takes, experimenting with vocal inflections, and never settling for the first impression. He would often rehearse scenes off-camera, working with co-stars to lock in timing and emotional beats. This dedication earned him a reputation for being the actor who could elevate any ensemble, a quality that made him a magnet for directors who prized efficiency and depth. Tarantino's Pulp Fiction amplified that reputation. Before filming began, Jackson and Tarantino spent hours dissecting the iconic speech. They discussed pacing, pauses, and the weight of each biblical reference. Jackson's preparation was meticulous. He marked the script, practiced the cadence in the trailer, and visualized the audience's reaction. When the camera rolled, his performance was not a flash of inspiration, but the culmination of disciplined rehearsal, delivering a line that felt both inevitable and electrifying. Beyond the marquee moments, Jackson's work ethic is evident in the way he treats every role, from the tech-savvy Ray Arnold in Jurassic Park, 1993, to the stoic Jedi Master Mace Windu in the Star Wars prequels, 1999 to 2005. For the latter, he consulted the script's mythic roots, studied martial arts choreography, and spent hours perfecting a lightsaber duel that would become a benchmark for action sequences. He approached the role not as a cameo, but as a character with a distinct voice, posture, and moral compass. His preparation involved studying the Force mythology, rehearsing combat moves with a sword master, and recording vocal exercises to maintain the resonant timbre that defined Windu's presence. Jackson's commitment to his craft extends to his prolific voice work. In The Incredibles, 2004, he gave the charismatic villain Syndrome a vocal texture that balanced menace with a playful arrogance. He recorded multiple takes, each varying in intensity, and selected the version that best served the character's arc. This willingness to experiment, even in animated projects, underscores his belief that every performance, spoken or silent, requires the same level of scrutiny. A hallmark of Jackson's career is his relentless pursuit of variety. He does not shy away from comedy, as seen in Snakes on a Plane, 2006, where he turned a high-concept premise into a self-aware romp, delivering lines with a timing that bordered on musicality. He also gravitated toward drama, embodying the morally complex Sheriff Bill Willis in The Hateful Eight, 2015, where he explored tension through subtle gestures and a controlled, simmering delivery. In each genre, his process remains constant: a deep dive into the script, an emphasis on listening to fellow actors, and a commitment to arriving on set prepared to give his all. Colleagues often recount Jackson's punctuality. He is known to be the first, on set, script in hand, ready to run lines with the director and the cast. This habit not only saves production time, but also creates a collaborative atmosphere where others feel compelled to match his dedication. Directors appreciate his ability to internalize a character quickly, allowing for more rehearsal time and fewer retakes. His reputation for professionalism has made him a go-to actor for high-stakes projects, where budget and schedule constraints demand efficiency. Behind the scenes, Jackson maintains a disciplined routine. He reads scripts aloud during commutes, annotates pages with emotional cues, and practices vocal warm-ups before each shoot. He has spoken about the importance of physical conditioning, especially for roles that demand stamina, such as the grueling fight sequences in The Hateful Eight. By treating his body as an instrument, he ensures that his performances remain physically convincing as well as emotionally resonant. Jackson's influence extends beyond his own performances. He mentors younger actors, sharing insights on script analysis and the importance of respecting the collaborative nature of filmmaking. He often emphasizes that an actor's greatest tool is consistency, showing up, delivering lines with precision, and supporting the vision of the director. His production company, Samuel L. Jackson Productions, focuses on projects that highlight underrepresented voices, reflecting his belief that craft and advocacy can coexist. Today, Samuel L. Jackson continues to work, his schedule filled with new characters and surprise cameos. He remains a fixture at red carpet events, still delivering the same measured, confident voice that first captivated audiences in a diner. The living legend's career is a testament to the power of relentless practice, an unwavering respect for the script, and a willingness to explore every facet of performance. As long as a director calls for a role that demands intensity, nuance, or simply a commanding presence, Jackson's craft-first approach ensures he will answer, still standing, still speaking, still shaping the story of cinema. His story is not a closed chapter, but an ongoing dialogue with the legends who came before him and the generations that will follow. In the same way that Toby Keith's riffs, Anne Heche's daring choices, and Elvis Presley's revolutionary presence reverberate through culture, Samuel L. Jackson's relentless work ethic continues to echo across every set he graces, reminding us that mastery is a daily practice, not a final accolade. As the lights dim on the diner set and the echo of his voice fades, the audience is left with a clear truth. Samuel L. Jackson's craft is a living, breathing force, ever evolving, ever relevant, and very much alive.